So a lot of people know you need to understand your analytics if you really want to be successful on YouTube. But I talk to people all the time that have no idea what their analytics say. So today we're going to do an analytics overview and give you a behind the scenes looks at our channel and show you what we're looking at when we look at analytics and break down what the numbers we're looking at mean. My name is James and I help you build your channel, optimize it for successful growth, and engage your audience. If you like that kind of content, that's what we're going to help you do right now. A lot of people have been asking me tons and tons of questions. I keep talking about analytics, and people keep saying, I don't know what that means. What am I looking at? What do these numbers mean? What are these numbers telling me about my audience? This is the number one thing you need to understand. Now, I want to put a caveat before we jump in and start looking at it. You don't want to waste too much time staring at your analytics, especially when you're super small. My recommendation is if you have less than 50 videos on your channel, you need to be looking at how to get more content out on your channel as fast as you can. Don't worry so much about the analytics. Glance at it, and we'll show you a few of the numbers that are the most important for you to look at really quickly so that you can make some tweaks and make some improvements. Through this video series, I'm going to break down the most important things that you need to be looking at in your analytics and what those numbers are telling you about your audience so you can improve your content every time you record a new video. So, welcome to our introduction into understanding your analytics. Now, in case you don't know where your analytics are, there's several ways you can get into them. The first one is right here. We are on our home page of our channel, and you can just click here where it says Manage Videos, and this will bring you into the YouTube Studio. Once you're inside the YouTube Studio, now you can see all of your information about your channel. You'll see your most recent uploads, your dashboard. The dashboard right here kind of gives you some basic information about your channel. But if you look, fourth one down is analytics. We're going to click on that, and this is going to just bring us to our channel analytics overview, and you can see how our channel is performing. Now, this is a fairly new channel. It's only been running this channel for about 2 months right now. It's slowly starting to grow. And I've had some people that are like, well, I've seen this channel over here that grew up faster than yours. Different types of channels grow at a different rate. We're more of an educational channel, and it's a very niche down channel. So it's going to have a slower growth rate. I'm not worried about the growth of my channel yet. It's actually been growing fairly well from the time I started. But the thing is that some channels will blow up really fast, and some channels will grow slower, depending on what's going on within your niche and how you're doing. So as you can see, I just have an overview here in my analytics, and my channel has got 498 views in the last 28 days. My total watch time is 53.9 hours. And I've gained 22 new subscribers in the last month. So if you're one of those new subscribers, we really appreciate you guys subscribing to our channel. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing and catching all of our latest updates. But I don't know what I'm looking at. They're just numbers swimming in my head. This is a question a lot of people have. They don't understand what all these numbers mean. And that's why I decided to do this dive into understanding our analytics. Right here, we can look at our overview. This is how many people have been coming to my channel. You can see on the 9th, I had 48 views. On the 10th, I only had 5. Then I had 17. These spikes are consistent with my uploads. These are days that I added a video to my channel, and those are the days I tend to get the most views. A lot of those are my subscribers coming to watch the new video that we just put out. And then YouTube starts immediately trying to show that video and see how people can work. And we're going to show you how to analyze what's going on with that as we go through this series. So you can see right here, the biggest spike I had 100 views in one day. And this was on Thursday when we put out a video about the new YouTube terms of service change. And if you're still concerned about that, I have several videos on our channel, including a 2-hour live stream where we went really in depth into what's going on and how it works. Now, what we're doing here is we're just looking kind of at an overview, and this should be trending upwards, which, as you can see, it started off really small, and then over time, as I'm posting regularly, as I'm getting new content, as I'm growing my subscriber base, and as I'm improving my own channel and some of the things we're going to look at, my numbers are going up steadily, slowly. They go up, they go down, they go up. But then look, the peaks, this is what I'm looking at, is these peaks. These peaks are getting higher and higher and higher. So that's one of the things I'm looking at when I'm looking at this. Now, reach. What is this reach tab?
Oh, I know. Reach means how far I can reach out and grab you. What are you on? No, that's not what reach means. Come on now.
You got all these tabs up top. So this is the traffic sources. These are where my traffic overall for my channel is coming from. So I've had 5,000 impressions, and this is important. This is one of the most important factors to look at when you're a small channel, or if you're not getting views on your channel. This is the first place you want to look. What is your impression rate?
Oh, I know. Impressions means how many people I've impressed with my awesome content.
No, that's not what impressions mean. Now, stop interrupting. Let's get back to the overview. No, they are not people that have been impressed by your video. Impressions are how many times YouTube has shown your title and thumbnail to a potential viewer. It could be through search. It could be through other sources like recommended videos, showing up on somebody's homepage, showing up, if I get lucky, maybe showing up on the trending page, although I haven't had anything show up there yet. But it's how many times have my videos been shown to people to give them the opportunity to click. And then this one is the impressions click-through rate. And this combination right here is really the most important factor to why you're not getting views. If you're wanting more views, you have to focus on these two factors. These are going to be determined by your keywords in your titles and by the compelling nature of your thumbnail and your title combined. What does that mean? Your thumbnail and your title should tell the story. It should tell the viewer what they should expect to get when they click on your channel, and it needs to focus on the benefit to the user and something that's going to intrigue them, that's going to compel them, and it's going to make them want to click. And we're going to dive into some of that in later videos, but I just wanted to kind of cover what that means right now. So what that means is, this means that YouTube has shown my videos to 5,000 people, and 4% of those 5,000 people have actually clicked on a video to watch. This is really, really low, and this is one of the areas I'm working on. But this right here is one of the factors I want to look at. I don't want to worry about, is this where I want it to be? I worry about, is this better than it used to be? This is something I tell people all the time. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to be better than you used to be. And how do you tell if you're better than you used to be? Look at this right here. Green arrow, 100%, 6% up from the previous month. Up 19% from the previous month. That's almost 20% improvement on my click-through rate. Views up 85%. This means overall, my channel is improving. My numbers are in an upward trend. Unique viewers, 173 unique people. That means new people that have never seen my channel before. 173 new people have come to my channel in the last 28 days. One of the things you can do if you want to look at your overall, for example, maybe you're getting close to monetization and you want to check your thresholds for that. You click right here on the down arrow and you have a whole list of options. You can check the last 365 days. That's the last year. Of course, my channel is only 2 months old, so it didn't exist before. So I've had the account for a while, and somehow I got some traffic here, even though I didn't have any content on this channel. because I've had this account for a while. I just haven't used it. What you want to do, though, is you see here, this is kind of where I started my channel. September 26th, 0 views. September 28th, 18 views. Well, September 26th is when I started. That's when I posted my first video. So this is really what I want to look at. And look at this graph. It's slowly, lots of downs, but it's going up, going up, going up. Yeah, there's a few peaks, but for the most part, it's trending in an upwards direction. And then I get this huge spike right here. And this was from the videos on the YouTube terms of service change. I know where that came from. So this is why a trending topic is really important, and especially being early. That terms of service update came out on Wednesday, and I posted a video before I went to bed, and it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night when I posted that video. And so it did this. And then Thursday, less than 12 hours later, I did a live stream after I got a few hours sleep where we covered the same topic. So we got a lot of views on that one day covering that one topic because I did 2 videos literally in a 12-hour period on the YouTube terms of service change. And then I followed it up the next day with another video. So I know that's where a lot of that traffic came from. So this also right here, and you're going to notice this right here and this right here are not always the same. This one is actually pretty close. So look, up 999%. This is saying my click-through rate is down over a year ago, which doesn't make sense because I didn't have any content a year ago. And then this is saying that 999% views is up. So this is what we want to look at over the last year. Now, what you're going to look at as well when you're looking at your last 365 days, let's go back to the overview. Look at this right here. You're going to have subscribers and watch time. These are the 2 that are going to get you monetized. This needs to be at 1,000. This needs to be at 4,000 hours of watch time in order to get monetized. That's why these are so important. That and watch time, a lot of people complain about the high number of watch time. That tells YouTube that people are engaged in your content. You shouldn't be begging for watch time. You shouldn't be scamming the system by having people watch your playlist over and over again. And I know I've fallen for that too myself with other channels in the past. And I've realized this is there for a reason. And that's going to tell YouTube that your channel has grown enough that you're ready to get monetized. And remember, when you get monetized, that doesn't mean you've made it as a YouTuber. That means YouTube's decided you're good enough to take off the training wheels. It's like a child learning to ride a bike, okay? When they monetize you, you're just ready to get started. You've learned the fundamentals. Now it's time to really learn how YouTube works. Don't want people bouncing around. And that's why I want to dive into these analytics, because as you understand your analytics, you're going to be able to take actions that are going to make these numbers go up. That's the whole purpose of this video series. So we can also look down here. We look at our top videos in this period. So you can see here, don't panic over this. This was a very, very well made thumbnail. I think it's been performing very, very well for me. YouTube terms of service change, breaking news, because this video came out the same day as the update happened. This was breaking news, so I put it out that day as quickly as I could. It wasn't the best made video, and we're going to talk about that later whenever I actually break down and analyze this video in one of my other videos. I'm actually going to break down the performance of this video and go through some of the mistakes I made in the video that caused it to not perform better than it did, and some of the things why the view count kind of capped at 77, which is actually pretty good, because yesterday this was at 66 last night, and in just the last 12 hours or so, it's gone up 10 or 11 views. So it's still being shown, it's still being seen, and people are still coming to consume that content. Then the next one is, will this hurt your channel? This was the live stream that we did on the same topic less than 12 hours later. And so we talk more about the YouTube terms of service, and it's going up. And this is what we want. We want to make sure that our videos are trending in an upwards direction. Easy video intros. This was an intro video I made with Camtasia Studio. Look, almost half as many views as these top two. And these two are less than 72 hours old right now when I'm recording this video. So then I start, this is one of my live streams. We got 36. So as you can see, my view numbers are going up slowly and steadily as we build our channel. So this is what you want to look at. What are your numbers overall? This is just kind of an overview of how your channel is performing on the platform. Again, look at your reach, your impressions. Are they up from last year? Is your click-through rate, I don't know why my click-through rate's down when I didn't have any content, but then come down here, you see traffic source types. This is going to tell you how you're getting views to your channel. Browse features.
Browse. You idiot. Not your eyebrows. It's YouTube browse features. Now pay attention to the tutorial so you understand how this stuff works.
Browse features is when people open up their YouTube app and they either look at their homepage on YouTube or they look at their subscriptions feed on YouTube and they say, oh, look, James put out a new video. Let's check it out. That's what this browse features is. As you can see, it's the #1 traffic source to my channel overall since I started the channel. As a small channel, I kind of expect that early on, but I want that to improve as we go. It's actually down. It was at like 40% and now it's down. Now, channel pages. This is a really, really good one. What does it mean by channel pages? This means the pages on your channel or topic channel pages. Let's just open this up and it says channel pages. Okay. And we're going to just stop that video from auto playing. And right here, this is my home page. So anybody that clicks on a video from this home page, this is one of my channel pages. If they come over here to my videos page and they're looking for a specific video I've put out, then they can find that video. If they come here to my playlist page and they watch a video from my playlist, they pick a playlist to watch. This is a channel page view. This is other channels I support. I don't have any. I don't recommend as a small channel until you get to about 10 to 20,000 subscribers is where I would start putting other channels that you recommend in here, because by then you've got enough momentum with your channel. If you lose a little bit of people, you can do that. In fact, I went through a live stream in here and I will click it right here in the cards where I broke down this channel's page. So then we have the discussions tab, which this isn't really active. This will change into the community tab once I hit 1,000 subscribers, and we will be utilizing it at that point. And this is the About Me page. Y'all, this is one of the most important pages on your channel. Look at this. 744 views on my About Me page. It's one of the most visited pages on your entire channel. You need to fill it out. And it needs to be compelling. It needs to give people a reason to watch your videos. Links. The only link I put down here is a subscribe link as a small channel. As you grow, you might throw some other things in here. But if you're this small, you're under 1,000 subscribers and you're trying to grow your channel, your #1 focus on everything you do should be to get people to subscribe, not to send them off the platform. Don't be linking to your website, your eBay, your other stuff. You can do that later, but right now, when you're this small, just have the option to subscribe because you want people to subscribe to your channel. You want to direct people to do what you want. The more focused you are on that, the more you're going to get subscribers. So that's these are kind of the channel pages. Now, this is also a channel page. So I come to my video and we look through the recommended content, and it's not recommending me any of my own content. Sometimes it does. But then you can see all the comments here. Okay, if I click on this link, this would be a view to her channel from a channel page because it's coming from one of the pages on my channel. If, say, I have a link and I didn't pick the right one, I need to fix that one and add more links into it.
but that's going to be what your channel pages are. Notifications. This is your subscribers when they get that little ping notification that says, hey, James put out a new video, come check it out. This is the number of clicks. 19% of my traffic has come from notifications to my subscribers. Thank you all so much for coming. YouTube search. This means that 10% of my traffic has come through people searching on YouTube for a particular keyword, and we'll find out what those keywords are here in just a minute. Now, external, this means other sites. Again, we'll show the external sites sources here in just a second, but 8% of my traffic has come from other sources outside of YouTube. And then others, I don't know. I know for a while Shorts was coming up under others. I don't know what other sources are besides that. Shorts now has its own feature. This particular video isn't linked to from any of my shorts, so it's not getting any views from Shorts. So then we have traffic source external. Let's look at the traffic sources now. 8% of my total traffic has come from external sources. 44% comes from sharing it on Facebook. I have several groups that are very niche specific that allow me to share my links on Facebook, and so I do share on Facebook with other people. This is one of my heavy traffic sources for external. Creator Studio, this is actually when I click on links inside my own studio, this actually counts as a view, and this is how they track where those views came from. Drum It Up is a site that I use occasionally. Somebody recommended it to me. I haven't really seen a huge benefit, but it is 11% of my external traffic, but at my small size, that's like 5 or 6 views. So it's not very much. Google search, 4.8%. So 4.8% of my traffic has come from somebody searching for a keyword on Google and finding my channel. DuckDuckGo, I do not even know how I got a view from DuckDuckGo. I don't know who that is. But then you can just open that up, see more, and it shows you a graph of your traffic from these different sources, and they are color-coded, and you can even select which ones you want to see. So I just select Facebook versus Drum It Up versus Google search, and I can compare which one of those traffic sources is being more effective for my channel. By far, and especially with this one, Facebook is my leading traffic source, and a lot of it's that one video for 12 views came through there. And on this day, I got 3 views from Drum It Up. This day I got 1 view from Drum It Up. You know, so you get a little trickle of traffic through Drum It Up, and I don't share all my videos there. It's just something I'm kind of testing because somebody recommended it to me. It's kind of a view for view kind of thing, and I'm kind of figuring out how their system works, and the traffic I've gotten from there has not been super great. So it's probably not something I'm going to use for a long time, but somebody recommended it to me. I always test new things to see what it is on how it works. But those are my traffic sources for this page. You can even, as you get more, you can see where the people are from. Almost all my views are coming from the United States. Viewers' age ranges of your viewers. I don't have enough data to give me that information yet. Some of this data will come clear, so it really isn't going to be very effective for you early on. But you can then also see a traffic breakdown by date. This is a good one to look at because you can look at specific days, look at how much traffic you got to your channel on those specific days, and how well that performed. So how long did they watch your video? The average view duration. So how long did they watch that video? 6 minutes, 2 minutes and 57. This is your total. So out of the 780 views, 78 hours of watch time and 6 minutes was the average duration view on my videos during that time frame. So that's always good information to break down. Now, this is just kind of giving you a general overview of your video analytics on your homepage. In the next video, we're going to start looking at specific videos and how they perform. And that's where you're really going to start getting information that's going to help you in the immediate time. This is just kind of an overview of your breakdown of the main analytics page. You can see all of your videos broken down by video, how they're performing overall. This gives you an opportunity to kind of look at all of your videos, and you can even just click on it and it'll readjust. So like say I want to do impressions click-through rate. These are my top performing videos on click-through rate. This is one we're going to break down. Look at that. The one that had 77 views that we were talking about earlier. 12.4% click-through rate on that thumbnail. It's the best performing thumbnail I have. It's also one of my newest videos because I'm very focused right now on improving my thumbnails. And that one seems to say I did something really, really well with that thumbnail. So we're going to look at it later as we analyze deeper. So this one's 7.8%. These aren't bad. Anything 7 to 10% is not a bad performing click-through rate, honestly, especially as a small channel. Anything under 7%, these are ones that I'm going to possibly look at changing the thumbnail. If it's over 7%, I'm going to leave it alone. If it's under 7%, I'm looking at changing the thumbnail, changing the title to see if I can get those videos to perform better. And we'll talk about that as we do our video breakdowns later. But this way you can see what your top performing videos are. You can do it by watch time, average view duration. You want to see how people are viewing your video versus the click-through rate, the number of impressions. So which one has been shown the most? Let's look at that. Number of impressions. Okay, so
why is all this stuff so dang important if it's just an overview? Look, I know you don't want to waste hours of your time staring at your analytics, and it can make your head swim. There's two types of people I've seen. People that overdo it, that they just stare at their analytics for hours and hours and hours, and then they're like, I'm looking at my analytics and nothing's moving. Well, just looking at your analytics isn't going to change anything, and it's not going to help you improve your channel. In fact, you can spend too much time looking at your analytics and not enough time creating content. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video. If you're under 50 videos, you should focus more time and attention on creating more content, not looking at the data. You want to really start diving deep into this data when you're over 50 videos. Then you can start really diving deep into how these things work. We still want to glance at some of them. Again, look at those things that we looked at. Your watch time, your click-through rate. The reason those things are the top things on your video, on your analytics, is those are the most important things to pay attention to. So make sure you're paying attention to those factors as you look at your analytics and start moving forward. We're going to have another video where we're going to break down one of my top performing videos on my channel. We're going to look at what went really, really well with that video, and I'm going to show you what did wrong that caused its performance to tank instead of really blowing up and taking off into the thousands of views. Stick around and come check that video out next time, and don't forget, we have a live stream coming up, and if you're watching this on the replay after the live stream, you're going to be able to catch that live stream right here on the replay. You're going to see step by step as we dive into analytics, and we're going to take your questions so we can really drill into helping you. If you have questions about today's video, make sure you leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video, and we'll see you at the live stream.